Hello, welcome to the Lounge Room Chat at Love Lali with Linda Emsley. And we're continuing our conversation today on detoxing the corporate career. And I wanted to bring our focus down a little bit into the area of stress management and something that is a fine line that I've crossed myself on occasion and in fact took a little while to recover from. And the person that I will be talking to today has also crossed this line. And a number of the clients that I see myself to help manage stress, to help them find a way to be able to relax, to get good quality sleep at night, they've crossed this line too. And that line is that very fine line between what's the difference between being tired and stressed and adrenal fatigue. So one of the areas that we talk about when we talk about detoxing your corporate career is stress management and what that does to your health. And that also hinges into another idea that I will be discussing in greater depth later, is that idea of woman as machine, or even man as machine. We work in such a high, fast-paced, highly regulated area these days that we often think of ourselves as being more than just human and being machine. I would have you believe that that's actually less than human. That is less than being human. So today we're actually going to talk about adrenal fatigue, and I see we've got a couple of people connecting in. Welcome to Adair Palmer. Thank you for joining in. I also have My Time TV. I wonder who is masquerading as My Time TV today. And I am about to introduce to you my special guest today. I am talking to Christy Hollis of Everlasting Health NT. She's a beautiful naturopath that, because I'm in Darwin, I'm lucky enough to get to see. And she's agreed to talk to us today a little bit about her own journey with adrenal fatigue, but mostly to give us some information and some tips from her therapeutic background of treating clients who are working through this chronic condition of adrenal fatigue. So, hey Adair, 'twas you as My Time TV. Oh, okay, that's very clever. You've come in as yourself and as My Time TV. I'm most impressed. So now I'm just waiting for the beautiful Christy to find the broadcast and connect in with us. So while I do that, I'll tell you a little bit about her. As a naturopath and herbalist, Christy sees adrenal fatigue commonly in her clinic. She's also walked the same road herself, so understands what her clients are going through and really feels that she can help clients overcome it. Whilst in her final year of studying to become a naturopath, which was over 15 years ago, she struggled with fatigue and controlling stress. She ached all over, and she also had some other symptoms that she didn't realise were related coming up and showing up at the same time. So she went to see a reputable naturopath, which would make sense for a naturopath student. Okay, we've got a couple of other people joining in, and I'm just thinking that Christy may be having trouble connecting in. So I'll keep going with her intro. So she says it's hard to make an honest judgment of your own health, and I would tend to agree there. We all think we're in control and can soldier on, and we sometimes need, I can see Christy has joined us. Thank you, Christy, for joining in. I'll just finish introducing you and send you an invitation to join the conversation. So it's not letting me select you. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I'll do this the hard way. Sorry to be fiddling around on my phone while talking to you. And I'm sorry if you can hear clicking and see my hands in front of the screen. Okay, Christy, I've sent you an invitation. So fingers crossed. Okay, so Christy, you can't hear me. Adair, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Okay, good. That was coming from your end, Christy. Thank you. Okay, so I've sent you an invitation and hopefully you'll be joining us any second. So Christy says that it's hard to make an honest judgment of your own health sometimes, And she needed someone else to tell her what to do for a change. So she surrendered control and asked for advice and took it so that she could have improvement in her own health. So with working with her naturopath, Christy got her health back on track. So now, 15 years later, Christy is working with other women and she supports women's health in every way she can. Her quote is, she says, "We do seem to be the glue that holds it all together." So given that that's the premise a lot of us work to, we've got a lot going on and we do need to look after ourselves. And, you know, adrenal fatigue, I think, is something that often is associated with women, but I'm sure that there are men out there who have to deal with that as well. So I'm just going to see if I can add Christy in again, because it doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, no, she's already been invited, so okay. What happens if I touch this button here? Nothing. Hi Jade, thanks for dropping in. It's lovely to see you here. I'm not sure what's happening with Christy, whether she's received the link or not. Don't tell me Facebook is going to make me refresh and restart. Oh, I love you, Facebook. So, okay. Hey Christy, Adara's looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to getting you onto the broadcast so we can talk a bit more about adrenal fatigue. And just, you know, to give you some elevated music from my limited understanding of adrenal fatigue. Yeah, Facebook always shows up on Wednesday lunchtime, Adare. I'm not sure about that. But so, you know, the adrenals are actually little glands that sit on top of your kidneys, and they're actually part of your hormone system. So when we start impacting on the adrenals, if that goes unchecked over a length of time, so Christy was on her mobile, as far as I'm aware, Adair. What do you mean by can she phone in? And you have no internet either. This is great. I love it. So yeah, the adrenals are actually little glands that sit at the top of your kidneys. And when you start finding some of the signs and symptoms of adrenal fatigue coming in, you can have a pretty good assumption that your overall hormone system is starting to run awry, and that's not really optimum way of being. And I'm just getting a message through from Christy. I'm not sure what's going on, but we seem to have this issue whenever I try to invite somebody in. Okay, sorry, but lost you. Okay, it's not in messages, so... Oh, okay, so do you mean dial in via Messenger, Adair? I'm not sure what you mean. I need to go and get some techo training in the background, I think, to deal with these. I'm just going to send Christy a quick reply. Just look out the window momentarily while I do that. Messenger may work, okay. Play some thinking music. If I was Mary, I'd be singing and typing at the same time. So essentially the adrenals, now this is not my area of expertise. I have a bodywork background, so I have a broad understanding of some of the mechanics and the chemicals and so on that make up the body. And I'm also, hey Christy, you're back. Let's go again. Let's get you on. It's just not accepting. It's not accepting. Facebook is not accepting. Here we go again. So as far as I understand, Christy, the invitation should just show up on your phone. You don't have to go into Messenger or anything. It should be just a link that, yep, it sent you an invitation. So we'll see what happens. So yes, the adrenals are obviously where the adrenaline comes from. So this is, you can see how this links into your stress response. So if you're working in an area that has a chronic stress impacting on you, you can be guaranteed that over time your adrenals will be affected. So hopefully we get the beautiful Christy on board and we can get started. So I wonder what happens if I click this icon here. Christy Howe can't go live with you right now. Oh boy. Christy, the link should be just showing up on your phone. So here we go. Thanks everybody for bearing with me. It's always good fun to test out this technology. It certainly tests me out each and every time I invite a guest on. At least I'm not upside down this week. Remember when I had Claire come in for the jade egg practice and I ended up upside down. I don't know how that happened, but that was very clever. Okay. I might actually need to drop out of this broadcast and start again, which is not unusual. Yeah, it was funny, wasn't it, Adair? Did you ever get a name for that show, by the way? Okay, so let me see if I can add her in now. Nope. This is interesting. Adair, I'm just going to experiment to see if it can add you in because your icon's showing. No, you can't go live now either. I wonder what that means. No, still the show with no name. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so Christy, if you're listening, I think the best thing for us to do is to have the intro as a separate piece. I will drop out of the broadcast. And hi, whoever My Time TV is, I'm glad you're here. We'll drop out of the broadcast. I will restart, refresh, and we'll go through the process again, and hopefully that will work. It certainly worked for Miff. Hello, My Time TV. Welcome. Welcome. I think I've got probably Effie hiding behind there and possibly Paula hiding behind there. Ladies, thank you so much for joining in today. I am actually about to end this broadcast and start again because I'm unable to get my invited guest to join. So stay tuned, stay on My Time TV, keep your eye open for a new broadcast. I'll be right back. Thank you so much for your patience.